There are always a small group of individuals that attempt to discredit the reliability of the New Testament, by making the claim that the New Testament was originally written in Hebrew or Aramaic, and not Greek. However, these individuals have always lacked substantial evidence to back their claims. Most of their so-called evidence for a Hebrew or Aramaic original New Testament is usually based on speculation, or by creating doubts in the minds of others, by asking questions like the following.
Why would the book of Hebrews be written in Greek instead of Hebrew?
The apostles were all Jews. So, why would they write in Greek?
What about Papias and other early church writers that said the Gospel of Matthew was written in Hebrew?
What about the Shem Tov Hebrew Matthew, and other Hebrew manuscripts that were recently discovered?
Greek is a pagan language. Why would God ever use Greek?
Although people may have questions and doubts about the Greek being the original language used by the writers of the New Testament, the fact remains that questions and doubts do not equal evidence or proof. Especially, against the over 5,000 Greek manuscripts and historic evidence in favor of a Greek original New Testament. So, let's answer these questions, and look at the evidence debunking the claim of a Hebrew or Aramaic New Testament. Fact number 1. The majority of the Gentiles and Jews living across the Roman Empire did not speak Hebrew or Aramaic. So, why would the apostles limit their worldwide audience by writing to the very narrow few that spoke the Hebrew or Aramaic language? The reason why the gospel message spread quickly around the world was because it was written in the common language of that day, which was Greek. Fact number 2. Many of the apostles would have been familiar with Greek, and more likely than not, they were fluent in the Greek language. The regions that they were from predominantly spoke Greek. Matthew 4 verse 15 calls the region the Galilee of the Gentiles, and next to Galilee is the Decapolis region, another center of Greek and Roman culture in Israel. Fact number 3. The majority of the Old Testament quotes in the New Testament are from the Greek Septuagint. So, the apostles did not consider the Greek language to be pagan, nor would they have quoted from the Greek Old Testament, if they themselves were writing in Hebrew or Aramaic. Proof: the New Testament writers wrote in Greek to their Greek-speaking and reading audience. Fact number 4. The 5th century Peshitta, which is a Syriac text of the New Testament, shows proof that it was copied from a Greek original, because it is full of borrowed words and phrases from the Greek language and Greek New Testament manuscripts. Fact number 5. An early church writer named Papias stated that Matthew put together the sayings of the Lord in the Hebrew language, and each one interpreted them as best he could. He does not say the entire New Testament was written in Hebrew. Also, Papias never says that Matthew wrote his gospel in Hebrew, but simply that Matthew compiled the sayings of Jesus, meaning he took notes in Hebrew. The others that interpreted or translated from these notes could likely be the other gospel writers. Fact number 6. No early church Hebrew manuscripts are available today, except those translated from the Greek by later rabbinic sources, such as the 14th century Shem Tov Hebrew Matthew, which are texts used by Jewish authorities to fight against the Christian faith, and to prevent Jewish conversion. Many of these texts have been archived and stored away years ago, so they are not new discoveries. Fact number 7. Even if early church writers and historians claimed 100% that Matthew or the book of Hebrews was written in the Hebrew language, none of that proves that the rest of the New Testament was written in Hebrew. The statements of the early church writers are useful, but not always correct or biblically accurate. Therefore, we must be cautious in accepting their writings as 100% fact. If anyone tries to sell you on the idea that the New Testament was originally written in Hebrew or Aramaic, simply ask them to produce the manuscript evidence that is equal or greater to all of the Greek New Testament evidence. Do not put up with excuses, lies, conspiracy theories, or blaming Constantine for their lack of evidence. God used the Greek language to spread the good news about Jesus. Have confidence in your Bible.